Hi. I feel like I've spread myself a little bit too thin here because I'm thin and spreading myself. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Holistic Movement with me, episode 49, I believe. And why don't you come take a seat and expose yourself here and see how wide you can go with your legs here. And this is a very challenging position for most people. If you want to sit against a wall to give you a little bit more stability, place your butt against the wall, please do. And hopefully you can see me on this camera as well. Now, this is not a passive stretch, and rarely do I ever engage in passive stretching, mainly because it will fuck you up, to put it bluntly. We want to engage our quads when we come into this stretch and turn on reciprocal inhibition. I've talked about this concept many times. And because if we can engage in passive stretching, the myofascial tissue and the muscular tissue will not have proper contractile strength and it'll become weaker and weaker. I did this for years and screwed up my body from doing too much yoga. And luckily I was taught about the concept of reciprocal inhibition, and that's why I'm teaching you this concept. So we're engaging the quads and we're trying to come forward as much as possible, but I'm trying to keep a straight back. You'll see from this camera that I am going to come into a little bit of flexion, curl my back a little bit. The objective is not to get the chin on the floor, but just to get into your proper safe range of motion. If you want, you can grab some straps or some socks, some shirts, whatever, towels, and place them around your feet. I'm going to grab my big toes. And in today's episode, we're going to start with this, some other hip openers. We're lengthening the adductors, those are the inner thigh muscles, and the medial hamstrings here. Then we're going to get into some lat strengthening and some extension and some one-legged abductor strengthening. So see how far you can come, but forward. And so I'm inhaling, lengthening my spine, and then exhaling. I'm inhaling, lengthening upward, and then exhaling, coming forward. So I'm inhaling, exhaling, coming forward. Now, if you want to add a little bit of a stretch to a lengthening of the tibialis posterior muscle, that's on the posterior side of your tibia, you can see my feet here. I'm bringing the inside of my arches away and then bringing them towards me, and then away and then towards me. I'm coming into dorsiflexion, toes to the nose, and then away. Okay, just to get that deep front line in Anatomy Trains terminology. And notice if you're holding any tension in the other parts of your body and see if you can let those go. But I'm still engaging those quads, and I'm engaging my abdominal region to create that inner abdominal pressure to help me bring myself more forward. Then if you want, you can grab your big toe or grab that right strap and lengthen your left arm to lengthen the left side of your spine and all the muscles associated with it. You can also, again, play with that right inner arch, get it away, bring it towards you. But I'm still engaging. Don't forget about those left quads. Don't neglect those. And then I said that in a very sensitive voice. And then we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to grab my left big toe and I'm going to lengthen my right arm, and then the right paraspinal muscles, the erector spinae, the right side of my spine here, the lats, serratus, all those muscles there. And which side do you find more challenging for you? Is it more this way or the other way? Do you feel your left adductors more difficult to lengthen? Switch back to the right one. I feel my right ones are holding a little bit more, so I'm going to stay here a little bit longer. You decide which one you want to stay longer. And then, or pause the video now and do whichever side you want to do. Then I'm going to grab the outside of my right thigh, bring this in, bring the other one in. I'm just going to rest here for a tick. I'm going to bring my hands behind me just for support, mental and physical. I need all the mental help I can get. I'm a broken man. Okay, so now watch, I'm gonna swing my legs to my right, actively, not passively, and then swing them to the left, feeling my acetabulum, or as I call it, the acetabulum, and that's where your femur goes into your hip socket. And when I go to the right, my left hip, my abductors now, and all those are getting a lengthening. Do that a few more times. But I'm not only lengthening the abductors, I'm also getting into the psoas, the QL, my obliques, my lats up here, my serratus, anterior. Yep, my IT band, my lateral quads, my lateral hamstrings. The list goes on and on till the break of dawn. Okay, now let's bring both knees to our right, and then I'm going to get to my end range for this left knee, and we've done this one before. I'm going to push from my lower back and my pelvis. I'm going to push this knee forward, and when I bring it back, I'm trying to maintain that same level, not letting it elevate, even though you want to elevate your consciousness. Yes, I always speak in a very sensitive voice when I talk about consciousness. Sorry. So I'm just lengthening, helping with mobility in this hip joint and all the muscles and associated fascia that are connecting the head of the femur to your hip. Pushing that knee forward, opening it up, feeling where the glutes attach to my hammies to past the gluteal fold. Just do one more, and then we're going to switch to the other side. Now, this right hip, is this side more challenging for you? Or is it easier? I find this side a little bit easier. I'm going to do these a few more. I'm going to switch back to the other side. If you want to stay with this side, please do. But remember, the motion of the knee is coming from the lower back and the hip. Yep. I'm trying to relax my face. I notice my forehead, and you probably see I've got wrinkles in my forehead, not because of my age. I'm not aging. I'm aging backwards, actually. Just call me Benjamin Buttons. It's because I tense my freaking forehead all the time because I'm thinking too much. Like we all do. I love when people say, I think too much. You're human. Okay. Just like me. Hopefully, sometimes. Okay. We're going to lie on our backs. Let's rest here. Take a break. Feel your hips. Feel your abdominal region. Feel your inner thighs. Now remember, the biggest objective of all these videos is to feel your body. Bring your right arm next to your right ear. Sorry, your left arm next to your left ear. I always confuse my left and right. Bend your right knee. Roll yourself over to your left-hand side. Let's come to standing. And let's strengthen the abductors, the glute med and minimus. We're going to do this with a one-legged clock, standing clock. We're going to stand on our right foot, but I first want you to put all your attention into your right big toe. Can you firmly plant your right big toe into the floor? Activate it. Tighten your right glutes. We're going to bring the arms up to the side just for balancing purposes, okay? And you can see me from this angle too. Hopefully I'm in frame. And we're going to do, the left leg is going to do a single leg raise, just like that, and come back. Kind of like a what are they called? Rock sets, those dancers in Vegas or Broadway. But we're going to do a clock. So we're going to go 12 o'clock. Pretend there's a clock on the floor here. And as I almost busted on the first move. So there's 12 o'clock, that leg lift. Don't worry about the height. Come back and then go 11 o'clock. Try to keep your body straight for now. We will, to counterbalance, we will bring, there's 10 o'clock. There's 9. There's 8. There's 7. I'm engaging my right quads. Here's 6, and my body leans forward, straight. I'm not coming into flexion. My spine's still in extension, but I am hinging at the hips. I am coming into flexion. And then we go 5 o'clock, which is a little bit challenging because of the leg behind. And then 4 o'clock, even more challenging. And then 3 o'clock, what do? Bring the leg in front. You're not able to swing it that much. And then I'm not. And then 2 o'clock, I don't know about you. 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Let's rest just for a second. Drop the arms. What are we activating here? Why is this beneficial? We're engaging the stabilizers of the hips so then we don't collapse to the left and right. Now we're going to go reverse direction. So come up, do 12 again. Don't worry about how high your leg goes. Go 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Use that right big toe. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and my upper body has to counterbalance. 6 o'clock, you can dip pretty far forward there. 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, that was probably 8:30. 9 o'clock. Whoa. 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, that was 10:30. 12 o'clock. There's the one round. Let's rest. And as you close your eyes, what do you notice here? Any sensations in that right leg to stabilize? The inner thighs, the adductors. Hopefully you feel those. Now we're going to tighten the left butt cheek and the left quads. Bring the right leg up. And my right leg is not able to come up as high as my other leg. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock with the counterbalance of my spine. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. My body dips forward. 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Ooh, I almost busted it. I don't have as much strength in my left leg as my right. 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Look at that. 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Lower the arms. Let's rest here. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. Bring the arms up. 12 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock. As I grunt, 8 o'clock. Try to keep the left leg straight if you can. I just bent it. 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Classic yoga pose there. 5 o'clock. I have to assume the yoga voice. Whenever I bring up the word yoga, I have to talk like this. Did I just do 5 o'clock? 4 o'clock? 3 o'clock? 2 o'clock? 1 o'clock? 12 o'clock. Now, if you want to do more of the left leg or the right leg, pause the video now and do them again. Let's lie on our backs. I'm just showing you, I'm just kind of introducing them to you, and you do with them as you may. Let's lie on our backs. Now, can you feel the inner thighs and the outer thighs? And I'll give you a virtual hug if you notice something different about me when filming this part. Bend your right knee, bring your left arm next to your left ear, roll on over to your left hand side, and then let's come to our bellies. And we're going to finish with extension, as we usually do. And we're going to strengthen the lats and the glutes. So we're going to come into kind of an X position with our arms and legs. Legs are not that wide. They're actually a little bit wider than hip width, if you can see. And I'm not going to overextend my arms, meaning I'm going to try to keep my shoulder blades in a neutral position. But I am going to come up into a little bit of extension, meaning I'm going to push my palms down, tighten my butt and my quads, and engage my abdominal region. And then my spine is in a little bit of state of extension. We're going to start with the basic exercise first, then we're going to make it more complicated. So we're going to push down the left hand and we're going to lift up our right arm and our left leg, just like this. I'm engaging both quads, both butts, cheeks, butt cheeks and butts cheeks. I'm going to try to keep my head in a neutral position. Concentrating on my breath, engaging that circumferential breath. Feeling my lats and my pecs lift my arm. Relaxing my jaw. Both arms are in a little bit of state of external rotation. They're not internal. Okay, let's come on down. Let's rest here. Sorry, I got to get the traditional sniffle in. It's pretty windy out here. A lot of dust. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Switch left arm, right leg. Okay, push that right hand down, meaning engage the lats to exert pressure with the right arm. Push the left leg down, engage the left quads and the left butt cheek. Think of yourself as an X now, and this is the left X side of the X. Think of yourself as a mutant. That was an X-Man joke. Engaging that circumferential breath, relaxing the jaw. Staying for a few more breaths. Okay, come on down. Let's rest here. Place the palms on the chin. I'm going to keep my head up because I'll mess up the mic. Okay, we're going to bring the arms in the same position, a little bit wider, like the X there. And I'm going to push first with my left hand down, engaging my lats here, both arms, both lats. I'm going to lift my right arm up and my left leg, and then I bring my arm down towards my leg away from my spine. Then my arm towards my head, and my leg towards my other leg. Yep. So arm towards the head, leg towards the leg, arm towards the leg away from the spine. Keeping the right leg stabilized so the pelvis doesn't shift. Trying to keep the head in neutral. The head will move in accordance with the movement of the rib cage. Let's do one more. Yep, drop that arm and leg. Place the palms on the chin. Let's rest here for a tick. Okay, let's switch up. Let's bring the arms in the same position. Sorry, there's a jumping spider right there, which I don't want to crush. I just befriended. Cute little jumping spider. Now I'm going to push the right hand down, meaning engaging my right lats. I'm engaging my right quads, okay, and my left quads, and my left butt cheek. I'm going to lift my left arm up, my right leg. Arm goes towards the head, leg goes towards the left leg. Arm goes away from the head down towards the leg goes away from the spine. Engaging the right lats to stabilize, engaging the left butt cheek. to engage that left side of the pelvis. Keeping both quads tight and the butt cheeks. So the left arm and the right leg are moving, but the right arm and the left leg are stabilized, not moving. They're the anchor. Keeping the spine in extension. Let's do one more. Okay, let's drop both arms. Let's take a breath right here. Couple breaths. And we're going to lie on our backs. We're all done, folks. And again, I invite you, if any of these positions are flavorful for you, and you want to practice them more, then just revisit the ones that you like. And think of these movements, all of the movements in all these videos, as salad dressing to your already highly nutritious salad. Let your body fall. What do you feel here? Do you feel the backside of your body engaged? I do. My glutes, my lats, my lower back, my Achilles. And just keep falling into the floor. See if you can let all the tension that we just created, activation, go. And tune in next week for some shoulder stuff. Yep, fun shoulder stuff. See you next week.